A fragile piece 2 years after the comet impact, the survivors in Greenland struggle to rebuild. Food supplies dwindle, and disease spreads in overcrowded bunkers. John Garrity works tirelessly as part of a repair crew, but tension grows between desperate families. His wife Allison helps run a small infirmary trying to keep hope alive. Their son Nathan has grown stronger but still suffers from health issues. Beneath the surface, the fragile piece begins to crack. Rumors of renewal word spreads of fertile lands south of Greenland thawing rapidly due to shifting climate. Survivors whisper of rivers running again in Europe, of crops growing in abandoned valleys. A UN broadcast confirms new migration corridors, opening to move populations. But the journey is dangerous. Storms, bandits, and collapsed infrastructure stand in the way. Many see it as their only chance. For John and Allison, it becomes a choice of survival or stagnation. The call to leave John resists, leaving the bunker. Greenland, though harsh, is safe and fortified. But Nathan's worsening illness requires resources only available in larger settlements. Allison argues passionately they must risk migration for their son's future. Heated debates erupt among survivors, splitting families apart. In the end, John makes the hardest decision yet, to lead his family into the unknown, abandoning the bunker they once called salvation. Preparing the journey supplies are scarce, but John trades his skills to secure a rugged transport vehicle. Old allies and strangers join the caravan, including Lucas, a former soldier, and Sophia, a widowed mother with 2 children. The convoy forms fragile trust as they map their path across ice fields. The first step of migration begins with determination, but fear lingers in every eye. The world outside is unforgiving. The first collapse barely days into the journey. A storm engulfs them. Winds shred their vehicles and snow blinds their path. One family disappears into the whiteout, their screams lost to the blizzard. The convoy narrowly survives, but morale shatters. Nathan develops a fever, further weakening him. John feels the crushing weight of his choice, yet Allison reminds him this is only the beginning. They must not falter. Raiders in the snow, on open ice, they encounter a band of desperate raiders scavenging from travelers. Armed with makeshift weapons, they demand supplies. John and Lucas try to negotiate, but violence erupts. Sophia's son is nearly taken hostage, forcing John to kill in cold blood. The brutal reality sets in. Humanity is as dangerous as nature now. Trust within the group becomes strained, every shadow a potential enemy. A river of ice reaching the melting coast, they must cross a treacherous ice river. Vehicles cannot pass, forcing them to ferry supplies across collapsing bridges. Cracks thunder beneath their feet as glaciers shift. In a heartbreaking moment, one survivor plunges into freezing water, vanishing instantly. Nathan clings to his father's hand, whispering, "Don't let go." John promises silently he never will. Survival demands sacrifice. Reunion of the lost in a ruined fishing village, the convoy encounters scattered survivors. Among them is David, Allison's estranged brother she thought dead. His sudden reappearance brings joy but also conflict. He harbors deep resentment against John for past choices. The reunion unsettles the convoy's unity. Still, David offers knowledge of hidden supply caches along the coast. For Allison, it is hope. For John, it is suspicion. Hunger and doubt, weeks drag on with dwindling supplies. Children starve and arguments turn violent. Nathan's fever worsens, pushing John into desperation. Allison pleads with David for medicine, reigniting old wounds between siblings. John's leadership falters as Sophia and others question his decisions. The convoy teeters on collapse. Only Nathan's fragile hope that there must be something better ahead keeps John moving forward. The ship graveyard, the convoy discovers a massive graveyard of half-sunken ships along a thawing coastline. Rusting hulls hide supplies, but danger lurks within. While scavenging, they're ambushed by raiders living inside the wrecks. A vicious fight breaks out among collapsing decks. Lucas is mortally wounded, sacrificing himself to hold off attackers. His death devastates the convoy, reminding them that every mile is paid for in blood. The silent storm, a solar storm, disrupts electronics, leaving vehicles dead. Compasses fail, radios go silent, and night sky burns. With auroras. Forced to navigate by stars and memory, the convoy stumbles through barren wastes. In eerie silence, fear spreads. Many believe the world itself is rejecting them. But John keeps pushing, dragging broken machines by hand. Every step feels like walking through the end of time. Fractured bonds tensions explode when David challenges John's leadership, claiming he endangers the convoy. A bitter confrontation nearly turns violent. Allison intervenes, torn between brother and husband. Nathan collapses from his illness, forcing all sides to put conflict aside. The convoy realizes survival demands unity, but beneath the fragile truce, betrayal brews like an unspoken storm. The city of ghosts, they reach the ruins of Oslo, half submerged in ice melt. Skyscrapers jut from water like broken teeth. Here they search for medicine in abandoned hospitals. Shadows of the past linger, streets filled with frozen corpses, memories of the comet's impact carved into walls. In the silence, Allison finds a small stash of antibiotics, saving Nathan's life. For the first time, hope flickers again. A choice of roads, the convoy faces a crossroads. Head inland through hostile raider territory, or risk crossing thawing seas on unstable ice flows. In a shocking twist, David sabotages John's vehicle to prove him unfit. The betrayal nearly kills the family, and Allison's heartbreak is immeasurable. The road to survival is tearing families apart. Fire on the ice, choosing the sea, they attempt the dangerous crossing. Massive ice sheets crack beneath their weight as storms rage. Raiders pursue, lighting fires across the ice to trap them. Chaos erupts as survivors leap across collapsing floes. John fights desperately to save Nathan, narrowly escaping with Allison. The convoy suffers massive losses. Yet through the fire and storm, they push forward. The green horizon, after months of torment, the convoy glimpses green valleys in the distance, forests reborn from melting glaciers. Tears fall as survivors realize they've reached the migration corridor, but their celebration is short-lived. Erevo-style enclaves control the fertile lands, demanding tribute for entry. Survivors must either submit to harsh rule or fight for freedom in the last safe lands on Earth. The clash for tomorrow, John rallies the convoy against the enclave oppressors. In a brutal uprising, survivors storm fortified gates using stolen weapons. Explosions light the valley as desperate families fight for a future. David redeems himself in battle, sacrificing his life to save Allison and Nathan. The cost is heavy, but the enclave falls. Survivors flood into fertile soil, tasting freedom at last. A new settlement weeks later, survivors begin planting crops, building shelters, and carving a new society. Children laugh again as streams run with clear water. Nathan, finally recovering, runs through fields of grass, his laughter echoing through the valley. Allison finds peace in healing others, while John, scarred and weary, watches the horizon with guarded hope. Life begins anew, but danger always lingers. Whispers of the future scouts report other convoys approaching, tens of thousands still migrating across wastelands. Conflict looms as scarce fertile ground becomes a new prize. John realizes this valley may become the spark for new wars. The comet destroyed the old world, but humanity may destroy itself again. The Garritys steel themselves for the struggles yet to come. Closing scene, the final shot shows Nathan planting a small tree on a hillside. His parents watch, smiling faintly as the camera pans upward. In the distance, a massive convoy of survivors stretches across the horizon. The music swells, hope collides with uncertainty. Humanity has survived the comet, but the true test is only beginning. Fade to black.